Springfield cut corners during the construction of its light rail system. Not only could a fatal collision happen at any moment, but the driver is none other than the utterly unreliable Homer. Not long ago, in an effort to cut costs, Burns secretly stashed nuclear waste in a tree hollow in the park.
I think it's full, sir.
That's ridiculous. The last tree held 9 drums.
Unexpectedly, he was caught red-handed by Environmental Protection Agency staff. Burns was taken to court, where the judge sentenced him to a $3 million fine. Burns didn't bat an eye. Not only did he pay the fine on the spot, but he also had Smithers buy the Statue of Justice from the courtroom. News of the $3 million fine quickly spread throughout the town. Lisa couldn't help but imagine the school using the money to buy VR headsets.
Excellent. Hello, Lisa. I'm Genghis Khan. You go where I go. Defile what I defile. Eat who I eat.
Bart, on the other hand, thought they should use it to buy a bunch of ant robots and completely destroy the school.
Bart, we'll do anything you want. Just call off your giant mechanical ants.
Soon, the mayor called a town meeting to discuss how to use the $3 million fine.
We will now hear suggestions for the disbursement of the $2 million.
Don't you mean $3 million?
Of course. How silly of me.
Burns, in disguise, immediately stood up. He claimed he could use it to invest in a nuclear power plant, but his disguise was quickly exposed. Seeing this, Smothers immediately drew his weapon and fled the scene with Burns. Marge then suggested using the money to repair Springfield's roads, but what she didn't know was that the roads were actually in such bad shape because of Homer.
Oh.
Her proposal was endorsed by the entire town, and just as the mayor was about to adopt it, Lanley suddenly appeared. He suggested using the funds to build a light rail system in Springfield. After his persuasive pitch, the townspeople quickly agreed to the proposal. Construction on the light rail began shortly thereafter. Seeing his friend Barney become the project manager,
I hate that sound.
Homer decided to get involved as well, so he signed up for the light rail driver training program. But what nobody knew was Lanley is actually a con artist. His real motive for building the light rail was to scam people out of their money. To make matters worse, Lanley hired Homer as the light rail driver simply because Homer once set a record for smoking 100 cigarettes in one sitting. Homer immediately brought his family to see his new job. But Marge discovered that the cabinet where the fire extinguishers were supposed to be was completely taken over by possums. So Marge decided to ask Lanley about the light rail's safety plan, but she accidentally stumbled upon his notebook and learned that Lanley was simply trying to swindle the entire town out of their money through the light rail project. Lanley quickly snatched the notebook away. Seeing this, Marge seized the opportunity to escape. Having seen through the scam, Marge drove to the small town where Lanley had previously scammed people. It turned out that the moment the locals heard the words light rail, they would panic and quickly shut their doors. Just then, a dark figure approached Marge. Marge was immediately terrified, but it turned out to be Cobb, the designer responsible for building the light rail years ago. He revealed the ways Lanley had cut corners during construction.
What can we do?
You just better have a damn good conductor.
I like my keys in there. Get a rock.
Soon, the day arrived for the Springfield light rail to begin operation. Prominent figures from all walks of life in Springfield turned out to show their support, while Lanley took the opportunity to drag a money chest and prepare to flee. Unaware of the danger, Homer officially began his shift as the light rail operator. But the very next second, internal components began falling apart. The brake system was constantly overloaded, and there was a constant deadly risk of losing control and crashing. By the time Marge rushed to the platform, the train had already pulled away.
I shouldn't have stopped for that haircut. Sorry.
The passengers on board were completely unaware of the danger and continued to relax and enjoy themselves. Bart even brazenly stuck his head out the window. Suddenly, the train's brake system completely failed and exploded. The entire light rail train instantly lost control and raced wildly down the tracks at breakneck speed. At the critical moment, Homer learned the solution from Cobb.
You need to find an anchor of some sort.
Think harder, Homer.
He immediately grabbed the rope from a passenger's hands, forcibly pried off the metal lettering from the train's exterior, and used the rope to tie it securely. With all his might, he hurled the heavy object out of the train.
Dad?
The massive metal letters sliced violently through the ground, chopping down trees along the way, before coming to a steady halt on a giant donut sign by the roadside. And just like that, Homer successfully brought the light rail to a stop.